I got to tell you, with no disrespect to Wes Tully and Alex Gill, who are competing for the lightweight title next, this is my dark horse, and it's not really a dark horse for fight of the night. Two young men, 5-0. Tom Owens representing Roughhouse, the black Roughhouse shorts, taking on Renegade Shea Ingram. Again, 5-0, the high abuse of shorts, and this is going to be 15 minutes of absolute action. I bet my life on it.
Yeah, you'll struggle to find anywhere across the country two better amateurs matching up against one another. Both guys 5-0, both guys from highly esteemed gyms, and that kick from Owen there took away the base of Ingram. And
you know, physically we're almost looking at mirror images of one another. In terms of how they fight, we're looking at mirror images of one another. I almost wish I'd just shut up and watch this. I'm pretty sure there's some people at home thinking, I wish he'd shut up and let us watch this.
Yeah, I like the start that Thomas Owen has made here, though, chopping away at the league leg of Shea Ingram early on, and then saw the opportunity to come up top and a couple of fizzing right hands.
Oh, in on the takedown there. Great work by Shea Ingram to use that momentum to turn him over.
Yeah, nice work there. And this is the bread and butter for the Renegade guys, getting the fight to the mat and working from there. Speaking to Tim Wild earlier today, and he was saying that Shea Ingram is one of the guys that he trains very closely with, and he just basically said, watch out for this guy.
Very high.
His ceiling is very, very high. And as people would say...
Yeah, you just speak to Jimmy Wallhead or Dan Hardy or Dean Truman or any of the guys down at Roughhouse, and they will say that exactly the same thing about Thomas Owens, which is what makes this such an interesting fight. Right now, Ingram in the top position.
And great that both fighters, I mean, we see more and more these days of people wanting to pad out their records, even at the amateur levels, but great to see that these two guys, 5-0 versus 5-0, why not?
Absolutely.
Let's get rid of somebody's I don't care who it is, we'll throw hands.
And these guys didn't get 5-0 fighting cans.
Absolutely.
Shea Ingram chipping away at Thomas Owens there. Again, Tom refusing to let that back get flat to the canvas. But Shea staying heavy.
Both these guys impressive victories in their last outings. We saw that about 20-second knockout victory for Thomas Owen against Jerome Agbude back at GTFP 16 in October. Shea Ingram with a very nice unanimous decision victory over an undefeated Matthias Urko in his last outing as well. So, I mean, they're fighting top guys.
Absolutely, yeah. Like neither of these camps are giving these guys, you know, an easy amateur career, but great first round, and you got to think Ingram with that top control has probably just taken the first 3 minutes.
Yeah, that round was almost like a tale of two halves. We saw the nice and low leg kicks of Thomas Owen landing. He landed a couple of heavy right hands early on, but then as soon as we saw Shea Ingram get the takedown, he stayed heavy on top for the remainder of the round, just peppering away and doing enough to keep it in that position. And it would be interesting to see now whether he has sensed the weakness in the game of Thomas Owen and whether he'll look to go back to that well in this second round and any subsequent rounds we see after this one.
I mean, neither fighter seemed outclassed by the other. It was just whoever got the controlled position, and for the first round, it was Shea Ingram. Seconds clear.
I mean, looking at these two guys across the cage from one another, they could be a mirror image of each other.
Round 2.
Yeah, it is. You could be twins fighting.
Yeah.
And of course,
same body types and everything.
Thomas Owens from, again, that Hardy Wallhead, the Roughhouse camp now. Lovely to see the Roughhouse back in UK MMA. But we just look to our left and we see the range of support here for Thomas Owens, and we're wondering if there's any additional pressure there as Ingram looks to get in on those hips, sucks him out. Another takedown this time. Works himself again right into that half guard.
Yeah, very nice takedown there, and I think we are seeing a bit of a blueprint here from Shea Ingram, that he can sense some success with the wrestling heavy approach. And
lovely little hammer fist there.
Thomas Owen needs to show something off his back here, either working his way against the fence and getting himself back to his feet, or getting into a threatening position with a submission, just to keep Shea Ingram thinking and make him regret bringing
Ingram
the fight to the mat.
Looking to crucifix that arm a minute ago. He's so heavy on top. Like, you can't stick a sheet of tissue paper between them. He stays so heavy, now controlling that right arm. Owen.
Yeah, just threw up the legs there a little bit.
Yeah,
that's what I like to see, just looking for the higher guard, just threatening with the submissions, because that will make Shea Ingram doubt whether he wants to take this fight to the mat further.
Nice.
Into the fight.
Moves to the side, though, a little bit, just to open up the space. Is he got to defend that arm?
Looks like he is working for this armbar here, and beautifully worked from Thomas Owen, and Shea Ingram's got to be very careful here.
Going to have to pull it out. Owen now keeping his man on the, trying to keep his man down, just kneeling on the head. Very uncomfortable position, but is he going to be able to go belly down with him?
Yeah, it's hard to see from the angle that we're at, but from the look on Shea Ingram's face, I mean, he's looking relatively calm. His corner looking relatively calm. I don't think there's any major panic at the moment.
Trying to chip away, but nothing's getting through that. He's going to have to try and get that right arm free.
And again, looking to extend the arm of Shea Ingram.
Ingram, great work there. Get his head back.
Yeah, just remained nice and calm and composed in that position. Didn't panic and slowly worked his way back to the more advantageous position here in the full guard.
Throwing some heavy shots down now. Only a few seconds left in the round. He chips away at the body. Great sportsmanship between these two young men, which is always amazes me. The guy's just been trying to knock you out, punch you in the face, and then you give him a handshake and a laugh, knowing that in a minute you're going to do the same thing again. Well, Shea Ingram has started very well in this fight. Owens has been in it, but just not been able to get any of those dominant positions, and starting to wear a little bit of damage around the nose and mouth now.
Yeah, he desperately needs to defend these takedowns and keep this fight standing and be able to let go some of his arsenal of strikes that he's got. Because as we've seen through 2 rounds so far, when Ingram gets this fight to the mat, the only thing that's getting Owen back up is the end of the round.
So far,
round 3.
All 3 minutes left. Again, Tom Owens fighting out of the red corner, the roughhouse black shorts on. Ingram, the renegade prospect, the Hayabusa shorts.
Nice snappy lead head kick there from Shea Ingram, but Thomas Owen looking very light on his feet still. I mean, there's no heavy breathing whatsoever. Superb conditioning for him. Looked like he was going to level change himself there, but Ingram comes crashing into
barreling
the fence.
Into the fence again and looking to get that single. Owens fighting hard to stay standing.
I think we've got Fabian Edwards over there.
Yeah.
Just dishing out a few instructions to Shea Ingram as well in the audience.
Owens done well there. Not capitulate. Now he's trying to control the head, but Ingram wise to that.
Done a really nice job avoiding this takedown so far in the 3rd round.
But that, again, all he's doing is avoiding the takedown. It's not winning the round, so Owen needs to find a way to get that leg back to the mat and find a way off this cage. Find a way away from the relentlessness that is Shea Ingram at the moment.
Yeah, Ingram, as you say, relentless in pursuing this takedown again in the third round, but nice base from him, but yeah, he'll desperately be looking, especially with just these 3-minute rounds, desperately be looking for a way to get off the fence here and to start striking again with Shea Ingram.
Both looking to try and control the head, but Ingram manages to pop out again. I mean, Owens done well not to end up with his back on the canvas again. But Shea Ingram looks like he could do this for the next 9 minutes, and that's not good news for the roughhouse prospect. Relentless. I mean, and can the referee really ask them to separate when you're controlling one of the legs, you're pressuring against the cage. He's obviously working to try and get the takedown, but Owens manages to get that base back underneath him. But Shea Ingram just staying heavy.
Sticking to him like glue at the moment, and very nearly took him for another takedown there, but nice balance shown from Thomas Owen. He lands a nice body just to see out this third round. And
could that be a 10-8? You'd be hard-pressed with the damage, but with the control. 2 rounds left to go, and I'm going to suggest Tom Owens has some catching up to do now. It'd be interesting to see what Dean Truman and Jimmy Wallhead over there in the corner have to say to him.
Yeah, despite the fact that Shea Ingram couldn't get the fight to the mat in the third round, he basically did the equivalent of what he was doing on the mat
against
the cage instead, just smothering, dominating the position, being heavy on the pressure, and not allowing Thomas Owen any space to get out any kind of offense whatsoever for himself. And distance and separation is what Thomas Owen needs. And at the moment, it's a tough puzzle to crack, because Shea Ingram's just so good at closing the distance and getting into those positions to initiate the clinch.
And it's not that Shea Ingram's not dangerous on the outside as well, and that has to give you pause the thought.
Oh, nice uppercut landing there from Ingram. Owen just teasing the spin there.
Well, I wouldn't make Dan Hardy very happy in the roughhouse corner.
Yeah, I think he realised that and decided to back out of it.
Great scramble again from Ingram, who just for a moment looked like he might end up on the bottom, but
and we're back into this position up against the fence.
He's got that type. He's got that body lock. He's got the hands clasped together. He's leaning heavily into Tom Owens. Knee to the thigh. Tying up that left leg now. And it drags Owens down to the side control now.
And a huge celebration there from the corner of Shea Ingram when he landed that takedown.
Because it was exactly what they called for.
Absolutely.
He did exactly what the corner asked. And now staying heavy inside control.
And it's Owen looking at frustrated figure there at the moment.
You've got to be like Tom Owens. He likes a fight, but kneeling on that arm again, trapping that arm. It's just a one-way performance at the moment from Shea Ingram, and chest to chest.
Looking to bridge and turn and perhaps give up his back in the hope that he can work his way back to the feet from that position, because Ingram's not giving him a millimetre between the chest pressure.
No, he's happy to control. And we've seen that when he sees a little shoulder shrug strike there. We see when he finds some distance, he's happy to let go with some ground and pound. But oh, he's on the neck.
It's dangerous position here for Owen, but he's going to peel that right arm off of Ingram, but Ingram firing away, just trying to soften him up and look for another
But
opportunity.
it's almost that desperation, I want to get up, that's put him in this position now. Shea Ingram there looking at the referee going, are you going to stop this at the moment? But not yet. Some of these shots are getting through, good shots to the body. And again, it's got to be so frustrating for Tom Owens.
Corner Shea Ingram there screaming for hammer fists to see out the round.
3 minutes left to go in this one. And you would suggest Tom Owens needs to finish now.
Yeah, he's got to go for the Hail Mary in this third and final round and throw everything and the kitchen sink at Shea Ingram, because it's just been a dominant 4 rounds so far on the mat and in the clinch exchanges for Shea Ingram. Following the instructions of his corner down to a T as well.
Oh yeah, I mean,
very coachable. You can tell he's a very coachable fighter.
Listens well, responds well. So what are you telling Tom Owens now? Are you saying, like, hell for leather, go out, you know, come back with your shoulder on it?
Yeah, you're going to have to, because, I mean, as we so often reiterate, we're not judges, but I have Ingram 4 rounds up.
4 rounds up, I do as well.
And
yeah, in a best case scenario, it's 3-1.
Yeah, absolutely. So you're going to have to really make sure that you can keep the distance a little bit, because...
Yeah, just straight in on that body lock again, forcing Tom Owens back up against the cage.
Yeah, before I can even finish my sentence of, you know that Ingram's going to look for the takedown.
He
was straight in there on the hips of Thomas Owen.
Yeah, looking to pressure him now. And again, it's that the frustration of, you know, knowing that you're just being smothered and can't quite get away from it.
Yeah, it's like that feeling of you drowning, but
yeah.
And there's a lead weight to the bottom of your ankles, because
and
there's just no way out of this position.
And it's a deja vu again. I mean, this is what Shea Ingram is. He's found his key to success, and he just refuses to change. Underneath the hip. Oh! Oh!
He's looking for a guillotine. I mean,
yeah,
the neck. It's going to be very difficult in this 5th and final round when they're sweating and slippery for him to be able to lock that up.
But still, the impressive thing is, despite the fact that he's been fighting from underneath, he's still looking. Like, there's no quitting this kid. And that's what's making this such an interesting fight.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, no matter the outcome of this fight, I mean, we could probably speak to Thomas Owen after they've exited the cage, and he'll say that he's ready to go for another 5 rounds. I mean, he's not breathing particularly heavy.
No.
I mean, it's just the fact that he can't get out from these positions.
Great game plan being implemented from Ingram, but looking to try and get some distance to posture up.
They're using that head pressure just to control Thomas Owen's head and frees up the right arm a little bit for some of those ground and pound strikes. And it's just good work from Owen, attempting to get back to his feet. This is
there's no quit. Absolutely no quit at all in him whatsoever. And if he sees any opportunity, he's going to take it. And again, that's what the matchmakers have just put together, a cracking card here.
Definitely. One thing so admirable from Thomas Owen's side is the fact that he probably knows he's 4 rounds down and he's still in this horrible position, but he's not giving it. There's no quit.
No,
he's not just going to accept the position. He's still working for it. He's still working to get back to his feet.
Yeah, he's not going to just roll over and hand Ingram the title. And again, you know, as cheesy as it sounds, you quote the coach John Kavanagh, win or learn, right? And there ain't no doubt he's going to learn from this.
Absolutely. Definite learning experience, and he'll go back to camp and no doubt work on his game in these wrestling situations. And
excellent fight between these 2 young fighters. An excellent fight. And again, the difference perhaps, the game plan or the grappling. A really, really fun fight.
Really good embrace between these 2 guys as well. With, I mean, they both know that they're two top prospects and up and comers, and it's fantastic to see that, like we said, that they're happy to go in there and put their undefeated records on the line against one another, and then the great embrace between the two of them afterwards, giving each other props. And
there'll be a time in the future when these two young men meet again, different in a different circumstance, in perhaps a different rule set, but I have no doubt that these two young men are going to meet again.
Absolutely.
Well, let's turn this one over to our MC to make it official.
Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for both of these fighters. After 5 rounds, a unanimous decision has been reached. To the winner and the new Golden Ticket Fight Promotion Featherweight Champion, the Prodigy, Shane Ingram.
Where should I take it?